Hi, everybody. This is Jim Prusak, licensed physical therapist from the Pain PT. And I just want to give you guys a little update today. I'm going to be running a bunch of success stories that are going to be coming through. And I thought I'd give a little preemptive thanks to the people who've come on to do that, to share their story that they've gone from one side to the other side. And they've utilized these tools and practices to get to a place where they're actually got back to their lives. They're feeling better. They're functioning better. They're actually having minimal to no symptoms. And I just want you guys to listen to the success stories as they roll out and listen to the common denominators that you see in people and what the strategies are that they're using to heal. Okay, the mind body strategies. And you'll see some common ones that come across in people. And you'll see some people highlight different aspects or multiple aspects to healing. There's not just one tool. If I were to ask you, you have your toolbox with you, you don't just have a hammer in your toolbox. You don't just have a screwdriver in there. You have multiple tools that you use at different times. And when we're talking about the brain and the nervous system, there's different tools that we can use to change it, to regulate it, to alter it. And so just coming to mind, if you think about them, there's cognitive tools, which has to do with your beliefs, has to do with your self-talk, has to do with your interpretation, has to do with your messaging that's running in your mind, the thought level type stuff. And you've got your emotional category. It's a big category as well, being able to look at that and learn to get better in touch with your emotions and express your emotions, work with your emotions. That's also a big brain component too. And then you got your behaviors, right? The things that you're doing, how you're acting, how you're behaving. You'll look at that aspect too, getting back to life, graded exposure, things like that. Other behaviors like personality traits as well, modifying, looking at those. You got self-compassion. It's another big component to healing, that we're being kind and compassionate to ourselves. This is not an easy process. It's not your fault. Okay. So in a way, we're trying to build ourselves up, pat ourselves on the back, not tear ourselves down. So it's another important ingredient, another tool in your toolbox. So you have all these tools and we need to use them. And there's more. There's more. There's relaxation. There's calming the nervous system. There's breath. There's somatic tracking, somatic experiencing, we call it, pain reprocessing therapy, all in the same boat of a somatic level. So we have all these different tools that are in your toolbox that you're carrying around. And I'm going to encourage you guys to use your tools, and you have to retrain your brain. Okay, the point here is to learn to retrain, rewire the brain. This is a neuroplastic condition. These are neuroplastic. Plasticity, it means changing. It can change. It's like putty. You can change your brain, but you do have to do some work. You can't just sit back here and expect it to happen. Okay, so those book cures are few and far between. We typically have to do this work, the mind body work, to alter the brain patterns in the way that I just mentioned to you guys. So when you listen to these success stories that'll be coming over the next number of weeks, yeah, just tap in and look in to see what has been helping people. Okay, and if you're a success story yourself and you found these practices helpful and they've impacted you and have helped you heal, let me know. Reach out. I'm happy to do an interview with you, to put on the channel. It helps a ton of people to get hope and to see that there's people getting better doing this work. It's not just me talking and believing me, that there's actually real people who are getting real benefits. Okay, so if you've had benefits from this or been helped, reach out, send me an email, jim@thepainpt.com. Happy to interview you and your success story as well, because I think it helps to get the word out, helps to spread the message that this stuff is real, very impactful. The brain is your most powerful organ in your body. Let's use it. We got to use it for healing, okay? It's also the source of the problem, so we have to treat it with these conditions. If you like these videos, please give them a thumbs up. Spread the word if you can. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm really trying to grow the channel a little bit more now. I haven't done that. I just let it organically grow, but I'm really trying to put it out there a little more to grow the channel, to get the word out, because I feel like this these type of conditions and things that I'm seeing in people, and I'm still seeing in doctors telling patients, we need to change this narrative. We've got to switch this more. It's incredibly damaging and frustrating to me to see this happening where people I'm working with, I ask them some very simple questions. And within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I can tell them what the problem is. And yet they've gone through a multitude of treatments for years sometimes, and not one doctor, not one healthcare provider has asked them any questions about their history, their life, what's happened to them, what they've been through, their personality, who they are. Okay, just getting some very simple things can give us some very powerful answers into understanding what's going on. So I really want to put the word out there to keep spreading this message, getting it out there. More people need to know about this. Such high levels of somatization, such high levels of these neuroplastic conditions, TMS, whatever we want to call this, PPD, psychophysiologic disorders, highly prevalent, highly prevalent. I mentioned in a blog post recently. Again, if you're not on my blog post, go to my website, thepainpt.com. You can sign up. I do put out intermittent blog posts. Try to do that weekly. And the last one I put out was about somatization, and study done on 70,000 people, well, a review study on multiple studies that incorporated 70,000 people across the world. And they found that 40 to 49% of people in that study had at least one physical symptom or condition that was not attributable to a physical organic cause, meaning there's nothing wrong in the body. It was a mind-body condition, most likely. 40 to 49%, about a third of people or a little more had multiple symptoms that were not attributable to an organic physical cause, which likely means stress is causing it. It means the brain and nervous system are involved in these conditions. And so it's very underdiagnosed. It's not screened for, it's not looked for. So let's keep raising the awareness, everybody. And I'm going to keep doing that through putting work out here, putting out success stories. And I hope you guys have a really nice day. And we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.